Hey guys, I hope you're well today. So, field day just ended with a whimper, by the way. I thought of trying to make a death of a contest video, and thank God I didn't because the last hour, when you'd normally expect everybody to be just bloodthirsty and vicious and for every last call, and there was nobody on the air. But I thought I had quite an emotional experience today, man. Check this battery out. I went into field day. I operated the whole 2 days with that deep cycle marine battery. And I just wanted to see what the voltages would look like after operating a mix of QRP and QRO. Okay, I'll show you what the voltages were in a minute, though, man. But I made a contact with a call, and when I typed this call sign into my logger, it knocked me back. See, guys, in 1992, I was married to Sherry, and Kyle, my youngest son, hadn't arrived in the world yet. Oh, that's not true. Oh, I hope he doesn't hear this. He was born in 1990. He was 2. And I made an escape for my first field day outing in the woods of northern Michigan, up in the middle of nowhere. And that's not the rig I used. I used my Heathkit SB 1400. But in 1992, I made contact with Roy Llewellyn, W7EL Echo Lima, who was a prolific author of solid state design with the ARRL and QST magazine. He was always published. He and a couple others, Wes Hayward for one, and a couple others. We made contact, Roy and I. You may be more familiar with a piece of software he wrote called NEC, EZNet. Shocking. He changed the world. I sent him a QSL card and a letter, and he wrote me back a nice long letter, and we became casual friends. He taught me the finer points. Now that's a direct conversion, a severely high performance direct conversion transceiver based on his design. I modified it with his help. And he taught me beginning level superhet design. And I could show you my latest design if anyone's interested. It's on my computer, of course. I haven't built it yet, but I met Roy Llewellyn in 1992 in my first ever field day. Okay, guys, you're looking at my logger. You'll have to forgive me the fan noise because it's 90 degrees in here and I'm about to die. I want to show you my contacts that I worked, okay? Show you what I did here in this, and also forgive me the refresh issues. There's nothing I can do, man. Okay, there's my first field day contact, okay? And this column here shows the power level. And this is all on battery power on one charge. So I started out with 100 watts, and then I figured let's try see what we can do with QRP. And I just jumped around, mainly 40 meters. I'm sorry, 20 meters, but I did some operating on 80 meters using single sideband QRP. Almost all of my single sideband contacts were done using QRP. Now, all these, man, up into this one, from here down to here, were all QRP single sideband contacts on 80. And let's scroll up, and 50 meters. 50 meters, 10 meters and 6 popped wide open yesterday afternoon. I couldn't believe it, man. And so I worked a handful from here to here, on 6 and 10 meters using QRP. Then I went back to 100 watts, and I figured, well, good opening on 6 meters, and yeah, cranked the power. And another reason why I bounced around in power level, I wanted to get an idea of what that battery can do in a mixed outing like that, because that's my POTA battery. I'm not going way out in the woods, man, and killing my truck battery. When that deep cycle lead acid battery is dead, so is my outing for the day. But there's a call sign in here, so that's what I worked on field day this year. I came and went, you know what I mean? I just came and went, and enjoyed it. I used it for antenna testing and just fun and relaxation. Now I want to type a call sign in here. Let me type in November 5 Romeo Zulu, okay? November 5 Romeo Zulu. I'll hit my tab key and it'll do a lookup on them. And I'm going to pause you and try to zoom in. Hang on. When I heard him calling CQ Field Day, I typed his call sign in the call sign box, hit tab, and I was stunned. It stopped me from operating for an hour. Man, boy, did the memories come back. Look at the first time I worked them. I worked them once before. Look when. During the 1992 Field Day event, using my old call before I got my vanity call of N8 DRF. Oh, I miss that call. Call sign. And when I saw that, you know what I realized, man? Ham radio and CW have been my friend my whole life. Ever since I was 14 and started to learn CW, got busy with life, got busy with my friends and hanging out with my buddies, and then partying, and then going to college, and then partying, and eventually meeting Sherry and started getting married and having a family. Ever since then, CW and ham radio have been with me. Sherry encouraged me to buy that nice new Heathkit SB 1400 because I'd never bought a new rig before, and she fully supported my ham radio hobby. And when I mentioned Field Day, she thought, oh man, that sounds like a blast, do it. And so I did. And I met Roy Llewellyn, W7 Echo Lima, and this good ham, man. How many years ago? You know what I mean? 29 years ago? Wow, I worked him 29 years ago today. At about the same speed I probably did back then. And I'm sure I smiled just as big this time as I did that time during Field Day. It was cold in the woods up north. Oh, I underestimated the northern woods in Michigan during the third full weekend of June. Yeah, I found out that even in June you might find a little bit of ice on the puddles in the morning. I froze my ass off. I had the best time of my life. Thank you for listening to my dribble, and thank you for listening to an old man reminisce. Take care. 73.